timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Cousins now to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Slot man moves right. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Cousins from the gun on 3rd, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Watch 8. 319.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Jags are going to have a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. C.J. Procise on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And the Colts coming out now. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and get...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try and run down here with Procise. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1.
Easy. 319.
They'll run it. This is Procise. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. C.J. Procise punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script? And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for Jacksonville score. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
A second down throw for Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On third down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Pulled in at the 24. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. C.J. Prosise, 67 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
First down, here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Green 39. Green 39.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, Cousins again. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Detroit. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
Safety's creeping.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll indeed go for rush coming, and he's taken down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. In there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On the handoff, this is Procise. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dorial Green-Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and it'll give the Colts a 1st down.
Detroit.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go.
Cousins on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Surveying the field. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Gus Bradley may be a defensive mind, but he's going to leave his offense out to go for it on fourth down. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So they're operating in the red zone. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers now on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. He shakes him off. Now he's flushed out left. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Third and short yardage. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Watch it now, watch.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
Cousins, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Hopping over the top. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. On first down, again, they go pro sides. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They come out here in the eye. A second down carry for Procise. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hey, 50.
They'll hand it off to Procise. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
No, she's
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming, Could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jaguars getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Procise. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Newsom from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. 9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
Easy. Get reset. Hey, easy.
Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Procise. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.
Your crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king